Example 11. The masses of the contents of fish may be assumed to be normally distributed. So now we know it's normal. Unknown mean, unknown. Actually, I just need to know unknown standard deviation. N is small this time. Yep. All right. You want to test whether it differs from 50. We know from here what we want is a two-tailed test. Correct? Differs, ma. Differs means whether it's equal to 50 or not equal to 50. So you do a two-tailed test. So the question didn't ask us to test. Make so many notes for what? Didn't ask us to test. Only ask us to decide which test to use, either a t-test or a z-test. Okay, now, right hand, left hand again. Right hand, do Z. Left hand, do T. Okay? 1. You all should be very good at this. Again, don't raise our hand by coffee. This time I want Starbucks, not coffee C. 1, 2, 3, go! Z test or T test? Starbucks, 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 Starbucks. Okay, hey, thank you. Very good. Majority put up your left hand. It's correct, the T test. Right? Okay? Why? Obvious, right? Population variance are known. N is small. Hey, this trick very good. Everybody can put up hand. We should use it in tutorial. Can see even clearer. I even know name. I can even claim money from them. I even know their. Okay, never mind. So I can check on VCSD their parents' contact, and I tell them, no, wait, their parents scold me. Anyway, T-test Part 2. Suppose a trainee statistician use the wrong test. That means the trainee statistician, instead of using a t-test, he or she, I cannot assume statistician is a boy or girl. Or generally speaking, actually I also don't know. So the statistician used the wrong test, which is the z-test. Explain your answer whether it's possible that the trainee test would lead to acceptance, whether it's possible that it will lead to the acceptance of the null hypothesis, when the correct test will lead to its rejection. Wow. I paraphrase. So what? Deliberate. Sometimes exam question very naughty. Trying to paraphrase it in such a confusing manner. What they're trying to say is this. T-test, correct test, you will reject H0. If you do a Z-test, which is wrong, of course, what is the conclusion? What conclusion you have? Is it will you know this certainly what's the conclusion? We find out. Follow what I'm saying? Okay. Now, this diagram. Forget this diagram. Wait. Like that. Don't need to copy. I just need the. I see the diagram. I also a bit headache. The thing is this. This is the correct test. Correct test is a t-test. Correct? This is the, I use red color. Wrong test is the z-test. But whichever test you use, have attention please, thank you. whichever test you use this test statistic called X bar, correct? Minus 50 divide by S over root 15. This is your t-test, right? Correct? For a wrong test, what he used is X bar minus 50 divided by also S over root 15. Z. Correct? Now, when we do a ZT test, you set up a 5% level of significance. Correct? For two-tailed test, your rejection region will be here. This is 2.5%. This is 2.5%. Correct? Yes. You will be able to calculate this rejection region. How do we calculate this rejection region? I'm going to teach you how to calculate this rejection region now. Okay? Because we have not dealt with it, we always rely on the GC. Okay, how do we calculate this rejection region? You go to the GC. There is inverse norm, there is also inverse T. There's inverse norm, there's also inverse T. This time, the area, the left bound area is 0.025. DF stands for degrees of freedom. Because N is 15, degrees of freedom is 14. N minus 1. Base. You get negative 2.145. Alright? So you get this value, negative 2.1448. By symmetry, this is 2.1448. So this is the correct rejection region for a t-test. Right? Now, see, this is the correct test, and the question says that the correct test will end up rejecting H0, which means your t value, your standardized value, actually ended up here or here. Follow what I'm saying? Follow what I'm saying? Good. Now we could look at the wrong test. If it's a wrong test, you still have rejection region, right? But what is the rejection region? This one very easy. You inverse norm 0.025. Correct? Inverse norm 0.025, you will actually get negative 1.9600, and this is by symmetry 1.9600. Okay, then I think we got the answer. Correct? Because if I take the standard X bar value minus 50 divided by S over root N, I know that this value will definitely end up here. So we put the two together. So that's why we have a number line later on. This is negative 2.14. This is 2.14. This is negative 1.96. Use a different color. Negative 1.96. This is 1.96. You know for sure that your values will end up here. Correct? You know it's here, 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 or here. Make sense or don't make sense? Because your correct value will lead to rejection. This is a correct test. Now, if he used the wrong test, which is you have a rejection region that is here, your rejection region is bigger than your correct rejection region. So clear cut, this is a subset of the wrong rejection region. So if you had rejected H0 for the correct test. For the wrong test, you would definitely reject H0. Follow what I'm saying? So, done. All this you can read on your own. That's all I say. Follow what I'm saying? So what the conclusion is, you will definitely reject H0. So it is not possible that you will accept H0. It's the same thing as you will reject H0. Alright? Not possible that reject H0 is the same as definitely rejecting H0. I write down. Same as definitely rejecting H0. Okay, my handwriting very lousy, but you get what I mean. Okay? Okay, last one. Last part. Explain the meaning of the p-value. How does a statistician check the bathtub? Don't know. Okay, I want to try and tell a joke, but I think I better don't tell. Okay, I will end up. Okay, last part. I always define p-value as the probability of obtaining a value as extreme as the observed value. Correct? And we all understand that the smaller the p-value, the more evidence you have against H0. Yeah, I always say the same thing. You're sick and tired of it already. Should I just give you the answer? You're very kind. No, cannot. I want to be lost all. Wait. No, serious. You see, your p-value, why is this color? Your p-value is 0.021026. The question in the exam, a bit of exam skill, the question is not asking for probability here. The definition of p-value that the examiner is looking out for is this. If I suppose level of significance is equal to 5%, which is 0.05, would you reject H0? Yes, because p-value less than level of significance, you reject H0. So if level of significance is 3%, will you reject H0? Yes. If it is 2.10%, just nice. Correct? You reject H0. So, therefore, this p-value is the lowest level of significance better say the right thing, that the null hypothesis will be rejected. Right? So that's what the examiner is looking out for.